10,000 trophies. After 13 days of learning how to play Clash Royale, we've finally achieved that goal. Of course, we gotta dim down the goal just a little bit because we did do it with a max level deck. Even if we only been playing for 13 days, this absolutely carried us at least all the way to 7,500 trophies. After that point, games did get harder, especially the jump in skill, because there's levels to this, from 9,000 to 9,500 trophies, and then our climb to about from 9,600 trophies to 10,000 trophies took about 4 hours, 2 hours off stream, and then the hour and a half to 2 hours that we did today on stream to finally get to that point. I just want to shout out to everybody in the comment sections and on the streams, in our videos on YouTube, in our videos on TikTok, or even on Snapchat. Shouts to my boy Jinx the Cube for coaching us and giving us tips on how to, improve our gameplay, joining us on Discord calls. And like even last night, we were just looking at videos of how to place Fisherman properly to activate King Tower, because some people were saying this in the comment section below, and I'm just like, well, how do you actually activate the King Tower appropriately? And I saw how to do that and utilize that a lot, at least today's stream, to kind of like get some wins, right? Because I felt like a lot of the time I wasn't using Fisherman the correct way, and my placement is absolutely terrible, because we're still learning how to play the game at a more optimal level. So today's video is going to show you guys just my climb in order to get to 10,000 trophies. I also want to say that for those of you who made it to this part of the video, we are giving away 2 Clash Royales to people in the comment section down below. All you got to do is hit subscribe, hit the like button, and tell me what I suck at and tell me how to get better. Literally type, here's what you suck at, and then say, here's how you get better. That's literally it. I just want tips on how to get better. So we're giving away 2 Clash Royales in the comment section down below, and we will be giving away Clash Royales on the next live stream when it does happen. So for those of you, once again, hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video on how we got to 10k trophies. Yeah, I know it's kind of sucks that we did with a level 16 max deck and there's no reason to really have it, but I will tell you this, we will be making the free-to-play account so that way we can grind our way through the free-to-play way and get that true experience, because this will be our main account that we will be pushing. So hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll catch you guys for the next one after. All right, folks, so this is our official first try at trying to get to 10,000 trophies. This is our first game. I start off with the Royal Ghost in the back, thinking that this has been one of my better opening moves. I had the Fireball the right hand side, and to stop the Goblin barrel, which I know it's a -2 elixir trade, but we tried. We're trying to learn more effective trades. I didn't have my bar barrel at the time, so not really much I was thinking about with that. Their Golden Knight, we used Fisherman against it. I'm wondering more so if we were able to beat that, because we were over leveled. We lose our Fisherman to the log. Obviously that wasn't intended, but we're trying to learn what's more effective trading. Monk is trying to beat down the Valkyrie, which we end up taking it out with our Princess Tower. So after going Royal Giant on the right, we go up against our arch nemesis and Sparky, who just keeps like destroying me. I drop Monk way too early and don't even pop the ability in time, and now our Monk is just going to get blown up by the Sparky. It's looking very, very bad out here. We are choking really bad. Listen, this is where skill does become a factor, because I'm pretty sure by utilizing Monk ability way sooner, placing it a little further back, we didn't have to be in this terrible position. Now at this point it's just like panicking, because I'm sending Fisherman into this minion horde, getting blown up. My tower's about to get taken. It's looking bad for your boy right now. I'm like, what, should I just Royal Giant at the bridge? But no, I try to recover with the Royal Ghost, and at this point the game is essentially like looking all types of over. I try to Monk against their Golden Archer, which I think was all right, because Monk is pushing him around a little bit, but at the same time we have the Valkyrie that is absolutely just smoking my Royal Giant. Essentially all they have to do is just play keep away. They're good on tower health. Right now I Royal Giant, since they're gonna commit the minions there. Golden Archers obliterating my tower, and at this point I'm feeling defeated. It's looking over, because it is over, and I'm just like, well, right back to the drawing board. It took us about 2 hours and 30 minutes to even get to this particular point. We're talking about 2 hours before the stream and about 30 minutes into the actual stream. Working with our next game, I placed my hunter in the back and I placed monk in front of the hog rider, but I keep placing it to the side. I have to have better placement, and this is where I started to remember that, hey, you know what, I can actually just, you know, tap and play the card where I want it to actually be. My monk is eating alive right now. Mini P.E.K.K.A is about to do so much damage, or actually we were able to defend that, but I was thinking that I need to defend against the Mini P.E.K.K.A. I play the Royal Giant, and this actually might be what lost me the game for this particular one. Spoiler alert, because I'm thinking that, all right, you know what, maybe I could punish their tower a little bit. And now I play the E-Spirit that time. I'm playing Royal Ghost to fight against the Valkyrie. I'm being really aggressive. Okay, I think I placed the monk better this time against their hog rider on the left hand side, but our tower is still eating a lot of damage. I'm thinking that, all right, well, you know, let's get a few more hits in on the tower over there. But now I'm literally all elixired out. You know, this bar barrel is not really gonna do much against this Mini P.E.K.K.A, as this Mini P.E.K.K.A is just literally like doing 1,000 damage per hit, right? So I'm getting blown up for that, like, because it got 2 hits off, which I'm learning to also remember how much damage each of these characters are actually doing, you know, when they're swinging. Like, remembering that fireball is about 330, you know, damage, or maybe it might be 350. Maybe I'm remembering incorrectly, because I know one game our fireball did not kill, and I was just wondering why, and it's because of the damage, even at level 16. So we Royal Giant once again on the right hand side, because I think we can actually try to sneak a win for this one, right? I think we're still in a good position. I decided to fireball the minions because right now we're looking at what might be a trade between the towers. We get the tower down, it's 53 seconds left in the game. We're in a great position. All we have to do is defend these 2 towers. You would think I would do that, but no, I monk on the right to defend against the Mini P.E.K.K.A, and my left tower gets absolutely obliterated. So now it is a race against time, because, all right, I'm thinking, well, Royal Giant's gonna get a few more hits off against this tower. The minion horde is there. Maybe if I fireball the tower, I can cycle back to get another fireball. That's what I was thinking, but I'm also panicking at the same time, looking at how much time is left. All I need to do is play some units, and right now I also have to do a little bit of my defense. So I have the game. All I have to do is play E-Spirit, and I fireball just too late because I played another expensive card, and we lose the match because of that. That is a horrific misplay. But after losing like 3 more games, it's time to lock back in. We won a few more. It's Royal Ghost, our boy. We're gonna place him on the right hand side. You know, we've gone through a lot of stress. We have to lock in now. So behind the Royal Ghost, I'm looking at it. I'm like, we've been playing against a lot of fire units. I know I've been told not to leak elixir, but we play the hunter right then and there to see what hunter could do against what I'm now knowing is baby dragon, a whole ass menace, right? At this point, we're like, all right, we're still good. They go with Golem, and because I didn't really know that Golem tells you already what side he's going to, I've been playing like my Royal Giant a bit later than what it could be, right? But we get some damage on their Princess Tower. At this point, I'm going to monk in front of the P.E.K.K.A, you know, which possibly is not that much of a good trade, but then I did learn about fisherman placement. So we're going to fisherman this golem here so that it can activate the king tower, which it does, and fireball that witch, which didn't get the job done. And I made another misplay by placing the E-Spirit, you know, not on the witch, and we just wasted the bar barrel. So it's looking really dire at this point, right? I don't know if we could really recover, but Hunter here just blows away that baby dragon, and now it's like, all right, if I want to win this game, I have to lock in like no tomorrow. They barbarian barrel us, we blow them to smithereens. Then we are going to follow up with the Royal Ghost on the left hand side. It's 1 minute and 17 seconds left in this game, and I need to come up with some way to win. I need to clutch this out, right? you know, obviously being max leveled is playing a factor into some of the damage, but we got to get a little bit more aggressive, right? So when they decide to golem the next time, that's when I'm going to try to go in. That's if they decide to golem, because honestly they have the game won. All they have to do is be defensive at this point. You know, they golem, and so they golem, and I immediately go royal giant on the right, because I'm like, all right, by the time the golem gets across the bridge, I believe we can take them down. I fireball this evil witch, which the fireball nearly kills. Right now I'm deciding that I need to hunter on the left hand side along with royal ghost. Now their tower on the right is at 96 health. I know this time that I can just fireball that one, right? So I decide that, all right, you know what? I have to fireball that one. It has to happen right now if I want to stay alive in this game. You know, things are getting dire straits. We have the evil ghost. I royal ghost again on the left hand side because now they have to defend that. I royal giant in the pocket as well, and it's looking like now they're on the defense after we took down their golem. I bar barrel in the middle, which I could have honestly avoided, and we win the game after that crazy comeback, which obviously, you know, that was stressful. Into the next game, right, on trying to keep this win streak alive. So now we're gonna go along with royal ghost on the left hand side, right? They're telling us good luck. They played a golem. No, that's not a golem, that's a furnace. Okay, I haven't really played against a furnace before, so we're gonna go ahead and e-spirit their fire spirit, because furnace yeah, it just prints fire spirits for some reason. Okay, that's cool. On the left hand side, I'm going to monk against their P.E.K.K.A. I think there's probably better defenses I could have for it. I thought I could fisherman and take their furnace because it was going to come closer, but it didn't. You know, that's the first time I really took note of what that card does, so that's obviously a big misplay. Now I have to hunter against some of these other cards like the baby dragon, and we're able to take that trade. We're a little down in tower health on the right hand side, but that's fine. We have to lock in, like we're making too many big misplays, so we're gonna royal giant on the right, on the left hand side actually, because their golem went on the right side. Now once again, like I said, after this game I was told by chat that, you know, golem essentially tells you which direction he's going to walk in, and so I wanted to wait to make sure to go on the other side. I also did learn that, you know, those two are not going to interact with each other. That's something I didn't really know beforehand. Shouts out to Jinx the Cube for letting me know that, who was also helping me during this game. We fisherman in the middle again because it worked so nice the first time around, and we were able to prevent any more further damage that could happen. We've activated the king tower. Thank you to all the guys in the chat, but for some reason one of the golems just split off, so we bar barrel for that, which was another terrible play and a waste of 2 elixir at the time, because there was no need, because our fisherman was going to be able to just handle them, right? But now I believe that is a I forgot what unit that is. We're learning, my apologies. But in any other case, you know, they have their barbarians where we just let them hit. We're in 2 double elixir. I'm gonna royal giant, actually no, I don't. I go hunter, or go hunter in the back, and I go royal giant on the left hand side once again because they went with their golem, and I believe we can do a lot of big damage to this tower here. They have a P.E.K.K.A. I believe in front of us, yes, and it gets, you know, blown up, but we did take some nice tower damage from them. We're gonna monk here, you know, along with doing a royal, what do I do next? We do fisherman again, fisherman to try to drag that that golem back once again towards the king tower, which can try to get another activation, but it didn't. We were able to take their princess tower with monk, drop royal giant in the pocket, and now we are taking shots on their tower. All we have to do is just defend for the next 7 seconds, and we have this one in the bag. I could have fireball for extra value. There was no need because we have now secured this game, and it's the, you know, palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. You know, they gave us the well played, and now we are here once again at the 10,000 game. Oh man. All right, we're gonna e-spirit to see exactly what are they going to play, and that is the lava hound, right? I believe that's the name of that card. So there's a number of different ways to play this out. I decided to go Royal Giant on the left and place Hunter down here, which Hunter blows up whatever that other card was, and it's going to start attacking the Lava Hound. Now I know there's other ways I could probably handle this, but I think because Hunter is one of the only ways I can handle air groups in this variant of the deck, at least that what I know of, I decided to go there, and I'm going to follow up the Royal Ghost on the left hand side, so we can sneak some more damage in. They play Valkyrie, who's trying to spin the win. Royal Ghost is going to do some damage there. We gotta get at least one shot, 2 shots on the tower. So now we have 2,000 and 3,000 for the tower. We are going to go what is it, Fisherman and E-Spirit on the right. We're gonna place our evil Royal Giant on the left. They vines us. I finally know what that does, but it's like one of these get off of me type of things. You know, Royal Giant is still popping off on their tower on the left hand side. That baby dragon, I've been told by you know, a few people, just that I can just eat the damage, and I think that's what one aspect of this game I have to start getting better at, just allowing myself to take damage and not try to defend every single thing, because I get blown up for that, right? So Monk was doing a little bit of work. I think at this point in time I decided to fireball their left tower just to deal a little bit more damage right now, because we are so far ahead on Princess Tower health right now that, you know, if we can get that left tower into range of death, then we can just take the game. We Hunter on the right against this Lava Hound to keep it at bay. They place a balloon right there, so I maybe maximum value for that, because our Hunter is putting in overtime. We got a Royal Ghost on the right hand side as well, just to keep on the pressure, and then we're also, I believe, I forgot what unit I played. So now it's 1-1. We just lost our tower because of this balloon, right? So I think this is Lava Loon or whatever you guys call it. We're gonna learn the names for these decks in the matchups, especially. They Lava Hound again, and this time I'm like, damn, I gotta fireball this thing, right? Fireball does some damage. The Hunter does take it out. We Royal Giant in the pocket on the left, you know, on the opponent's side. Now we have to absolutely get rid of their tower and defend our push. You know, we lose out on the tower, and now it's just balls to the walls. Someone is going to become 10,000 right here, right now. It's just full salvo, throw all the units, make sure that they can't defend many things, because there are a lot of flying units, and so they're pretty slow, from what I was told, and they even play the evil baby dragon to try to slow things down. But we're just keeping the pressure up. Even I'm throwing electric spirit. We're gonna do bar barrel and everything, and one more hit leads with the Royal Giant, and we've officially hit 10,000 trophies. Look, I know at the end of the day a lot of this was not skillful, but we're trying to learn as much as possible, and I thank everybody once again for all the help, and I guess it's here's to the next challenge.